In high-altitude mountaineering, names are earned, not given. Every title carries a story, and every legend is forged in the thin, icy air where only the boldest dare to tread. Some whisper heroism, others tragedy. The mountains remember both, holding the memories of those who triumphed and those who vanished. One name spoken in hushed tones carries a chilling echo, the Black Widow. It's a name that lingers in the wind, unsettling even the most seasoned climbers. This was the moniker given to Chantal Mauduit, a French climber whose ambition was as vast as the Himalayan sky. She was drawn to the world's highest peaks, chasing summits that most only dream of. She danced on the edge of the death zone with a smile and a book of poetry. Her love for literature was as deep as her love for the mountains, and she often found solace in words while surrounded by ice and stone. Her fame wasn't just about the peaks she conquered, it was about the way she climbed them. Chantal moved with a grace and determination that set her apart, inspiring awe and envy in equal measure. Chantal burst onto the scene with undeniable charisma, rewriting the rules in a male-dominated world. She challenged expectations, proving that courage and skill know no gender. Her approach was theatrical, captivating some, reckless to others. She was a magnet for attention, both for her daring feats and her refusal to back down from any challenge. The nickname Black Widow wasn't born of admiration, but after several partners met tragic ends. Rumors swirled, and suspicion followed her up every mountain, casting a shadow over her achievements. Was it coincidence or something more? This question haunted her career. The line between fate and misfortune blurred with every expedition. Her story is a lesson in survival, ambition, and the unforgiving nature of the wild. Chantal's journey reminds us that the mountains are both beautiful and brutal, offering glory and demanding sacrifice. The mountains demand respect, preparation, and humility. They test every climber's limits, revealing both strength and vulnerability. Chantal achieved what few ever will, but her journey is a cautionary tale. Her triumphs were hard-won, and her losses were deeply felt by all who knew her. It's a stark look at the high stakes of life above 8,000 meters, a world where every decision can mean the difference between life and death, and where legends are written in snow and silence. Chantal Mauduit's journey began in Paris, a city of lights and dreams, far from the towering peaks of the Himalayas that would one day call her name. In the heart of France, her story was shaped by a world of culture and possibility. Growing up, she was surrounded by art, music, and literature, not icy peaks or rugged trails. Her childhood was filled with creativity and curiosity, nurtured by a family who valued learning and imagination. From an early age, Chantal's intellectual curiosity and adventurous spirit set her apart. She was always searching for new horizons, eager to explore both the world around her and the limits within herself. The call of the mountains came unexpectedly. As a teenager, when her family moved closer to the French Alps, suddenly the distant silhouettes of jagged peaks became part of her everyday landscape, igniting a fascination she couldn't ignore. At 15, she discovered climbing, and with it, a sense of belonging she had never known before. The mountains offered her both challenge and solace, a place where she could test her limits and find peace. The Alps became her training ground, her sanctuary, and the launch pad for her wildest dreams. Here she learned the skills and discipline that would shape her future as a mountaineer. She wasn't content with easy routes or simple victories. She sought bigger challenges, always pushing herself to go higher, farther, and deeper into the unknown. Her natural talent was unmistakable. Chantal moved with grace and confidence, her every step a testament to her dedication and love for the mountains. This foundation taught her to read the ice, understand the ever-changing weather, and respect the mountain's immense power. She learned that true mastery meant humility and patience. But it also ignited a desire for something greater, a longing to test herself against the world's highest and most formidable summits. Her gaze turned eastward, toward the giants of the Himalayas, where adventure and danger awaited in equal measure. She dreamed of standing on the highest points on earth, feeling the wind and the sky at her fingertips, and leaving her mark on the world of mountaineering. Her alpine apprenticeship was over. Chantal Mauduit was ready for the main event, prepared to chase her destiny among the world's greatest peaks. In 1992, Chantal Mauduit entered the world of Himalayan climbing, setting her sights on the formidable K2. For Chantal, this was more than just another mountain, it was a test of her spirit, determination, and skill. She was stepping into a realm where only the bravest dared to go, and she was ready to face the challenge head-on. Known as the Savage Mountain, K2 is more difficult and dangerous than Everest. Its slopes are steeper, its weather more unpredictable, and its margin for error almost non-existent. Many experienced climbers have lost their lives attempting its summit, making it a true proving ground for the world's elite mountaineers. Chantal wasn't there to play it safe. She was there to prove she belonged among the elite. Every step she took was a statement, a declaration that women could stand shoulder to shoulder with the best in the world, even on the most dangerous peaks. Her ascent of K2 was a masterpiece of endurance and skill. Battling fierce winds, treacherous ice, and the ever-present threat of avalanches, she pushed herself beyond her limits, relying on years of training and an unbreakable will. She became the fourth woman to reach the summit without supplemental oxygen, a feat that placed her in an exclusive club of mountaineering legends. This feat cannot be overstated. It pushes the human body to its absolute limit. At such altitudes, every breath is a struggle, and the risk of frostbite, exhaustion, and altitude sickness is ever present. Only those with extraordinary resilience can survive, let alone succeed. Her success on K2 shattered expectations and opened the floodgates for a new generation of female climbers. Chantal became a symbol of what was possible, inspiring others to dream bigger and climb higher. Over the next few years, she embarked on a remarkable quest, ticking off one 8,000-meter peak after another. Each expedition brought new challenges, from unpredictable weather to technical climbing routes, but Chantal met them all with unwavering resolve. Her goal was to become the first woman to climb all 14 of the world's 8,000-meter peaks. It was an audacious dream, one that required not just physical strength but also mental fortitude and relentless ambition. She seemed unstoppable, a rising star in the thin Himalayan air. Her name became synonymous with courage and perseverance, and her story spread far beyond the mountaineering community. Her most famous climb was yet to come, Mount Everest in 1996. The world watched as she prepared to take on the highest mountain of all, a place where legends are made and lost. It was the year of the infamous Everest disaster, a tragedy that claimed 8 climbers and sent shockwaves through the mountaineering world. The mountain became a stage for both heroism and heartbreak. Chantal was on the mountain during that storm, and her actions became a major point of controversy. Some praised her for her courage, while others questioned her decisions in the chaos. While she did not summit that year, her eventual success on Everest was another jewel in her crown, a testament to her persistence and refusal to give up. But it was forever linked to the dark events of 1996, adding complexity to her legacy and reminding the world that even the greatest triumphs can be shadowed by tragedy. Chantal Mauduit's 1992 ascent of K2 was monumental, but her descent sparked controversy. Exhausted and suffering from snow blindness, she struggled to make her way down. She encountered climbers in trouble but was focused on her own survival. Critics argued she should have done more, but defenders noted her own dire state. High on K2, rational thought is clouded by oxygen deprivation. Chantal's defenders argued she was barely able to save herself. This incident was the first major crack in her public image. It created a narrative of a talented but selfish climber. Was she unfairly judged, or did her actions reveal a character flaw? Her triumph on K2 was undeniable, but it was tainted by questions about her descent. Chantal Mauduit was a polarizing figure. You either loved her or loathed her. Admirers saw a pioneer breaking barriers in a male-dominated sport. She embraced mountains, reading poetry at high altitudes, and inspired many. Her determination and purist approach, often climbing without oxygen, were respected. She brought glamour and public attention to the sport, inspiring a new generation. Critics saw her as reckless and self-absorbed, relying heavily on others. Stories emerged of her using charm to get what she wanted, taking all the glory. The 1996 Everest disaster solidified her controversial image. John Krakauer's portrayal in Into Thin Air damaged her reputation. The climbing community was split, misunderstood free spirit or self-serving operator. The animosity was as fierce as the admiration she inspired. Her legacy remains a complex narrative of admiration and animosity. The 1996 Everest tragedy became a defining event for Chantal's critics. During the storm, she was accused of refusing to help by providing her stove. This accusation was explosive, as melting snow for water is vital. Chantal contested this version, arguing Krakauer relied on biased information. Her nickname, Black Widow, stuck due to a pattern of tragedy. Several partners died on the mountains, unsettling some. Critics whispered her aggressive style might have contributed to these tragedies. Defenders saw this as misogynistic, arguing male climbers weren't labeled similarly. The truth remains murky, buried under layers of accusation and denial. Her story highlights the challenges faced as a woman in a man's world. Her every action was judged more harshly than her male peers. The truth of these events remains buried in the fog of memory at extreme altitude. In 1998, Chantal Mauduit aimed for Dhaulagiri, her 12th 8,000-meter peak. Climbing with Sherpa Ang Sering, they were a strong team. On May 11th, they left for the summit, making good progress. But a powerful storm hit, and they were caught in the open. 2 days later, climbers found their bodies inside their tent at Camp 2. It appeared an avalanche had struck, burying them in snow and ice. There was no sign of a struggle. Death came swiftly. Her vibrant, controversial career ended suddenly at 34. The discovery sent a shockwave through the climbing community. It was a stark reminder of the mountain's dangers. The mountain always has the final say. The official cause of Chantal's death was an avalanche, but questions remain. Why were they at Camp 2 when last seen higher up? Had they reached the summit or retreated due to the storm? Their bodies were found inside their tent, suggesting they felt safe. One theory is they turned back, descended, and waited out the storm. The avalanche's nature remains a mystery, single massive slide or series of smaller ones. The discovery was a reminder of the Himalayas' objective dangers. Without survivors, we can only speculate about their final hours. The mystery adds another layer of tragedy to her story. Her legacy remains suspended between triumph and tragedy. Chantal Mauduit's legacy is as complex as she was. She shattered records and stereotypes, inspiring countless people. Her story highlights the importance of mountain ethics, teamwork, and selflessness. Controversies underscore that how you climb is as important as what you climb. Her passion for the mountains was genuine and infectious. She brought an artistic sensibility to a sport defined by brute force. Her story is a cautionary tale of talent, ambition, and immense risks. She reached heights few can dream of, but paid the ultimate price. Her legacy is not simple. It's a complex narrative of ambition and ethics. It forces us to examine our own relationship with the wild, unforgiving places.